Hey everybody, this is Sit Down, aka Russell, and this is gonna be my first episode on my channel, and we're gonna play a little bit Cube World here. Now, I'm just noticing now the audio seems a little low, but we'll fix that once we get in game. I'm gonna make a warrior. Let's make him an orc. Male, obviously, because that's a superior sex. Face. These aren't all that different. I guess this one. Haircut. Doesn't really change. Give him a beard. Black beard. Like the pirate. And Sit Down, of course. Great character. I already created a world here, just like a random seed, just hit a bunch of numbers, so if you ever want to go on that seed, this is it, in case I find any awesome stuff, which would be nice. So here we go. So this channel, since it's my first video, I might as well explain it. It's gonna be a gaming channel. I'm gonna do, at least to start out, Cube World, obviously. There's a long waiting screen. Cube World, League of Legends. I'll probably record an episode of that tomorrow. Maybe some Grand Theft Auto. Play that quite often. Sleeping Dogs is a game I'm in the middle of right now, but I don't want to like start recording in the middle of the series, and I also don't want to start a new save because I kind of know I like playing games like that blind. I don't really like playing a story mode game a second time through. So anyway, let's get into this. This is, now if you don't know what Cube World is, it was released fairly recently, early July I think, about a month ago, maybe slightly more. And it's a voxel open world action RPG game. And there's both single player and multiplayer with 4 classes. There's warrior, rogue, mage, and a ranger. I don't think I'm forgetting any. And it has multiplayer, if I didn't say that already. And yeah, it's pretty fun. At first glance, people are like, oh, Minecraft, copy Minecraft. I don't think so. This is very different to Minecraft. Like, once you get past the fact that it uses blocks, or cubes, obviously, because it's called Cube World, it is, and that is open world, it's actually very different from Minecraft. For instance, you can't break anything really, without the exception of a couple things. Like if you saw before, I broke that ginseng, and that gave me this ginseng root, which can later be made into food. So yeah, this is a map, by the way. You can get to it by hitting M, and there's symbols on your map. It's just like a giant blue thing when you zoom out too far. But here you can see like all the little texture thingies. And right here, there's a bunch of symbols. There's the city right here, and there's these sword things. These are bosses. Right now, I'm not going to do that quite yet. I want to get like a couple more items and stuff, and also visit the city so that I can buy anything if I need to. Oh yeah, and I'm playing, well, I'm playing a warrior, but like any class, if you hit X, you bring up a skill tree, and there's 2 things. For warrior, the default thing is berserker, and the top part of word things is just like a short overview, but then where it says berserker rage, that's actually like your passive ability. And for this skill tree, your attack speed is increased with each hit. And then for guardian, your health is increased by 25%, and your shield block lasts twice as long. And I can parry damage with all weapons. I'm gonna go with guardian because extra health is always nice, especially for a class like a warrior where he's built tanky. All classes, like health-wise, don't vary too much. Like clearly, things like, oh, and this is a squirrel. Enemies, notice how his health bar is red? That means he'll attack me as long as I get close enough to him. Like I kind of fell down, landed in front of him, and he started attacking me. And his name is red, which means he's like a significantly higher level than me. That's a scrub. Those drop silk thread that you can use to make mage stuff, and he stopped attacking me. Oh, okay. I really don't want to fight him because I'll probably die. So I'm just going to keep on walking to the city. And once I get there, any fellow villagers will kill it for me. Or maybe this girl will just kill all the people. It's also an option. So here, coming up on the city, you can see the wheat loading in, and the squirrel's leaving me alone. Nice. The buildings over there. Right now, I'm using dual swords because, I don't really like the sword and shield thing because it's kind of just like, instead of using a two-hand or one weapon in each hand, it's taking away one of your slots to just kind of protect you. And I feel like a defensive person, that could be nice, but in a game like this, I'd rather just like try and kill as fast as I can. And then you'll swing faster with the two of these than you would with just the two-hander, especially when I get my tempo up higher, which is this stat right here. It's not very high because none of the items I have. Oh, this increases tempo by 0.6%. This doesn't do it at all, and none of my weapons do it yet. They only do crit, because crit is like one of the basic stat things. But then there's more like tempo and regen and a bunch of things. There's also weapon tiers and like item tiers in general. Like you'll notice it says Iron Sword +1 and the wording is white for it. That means like it's pretty much like average with my level or power level, because over here it says power 1. And power levels are separate from regular levels. Like I'm level 1 and my power level is 1. That's just like how you start off. These pumpkins, you can pick them up to make food also, just like ginseng, except you don't have to break anything. But like when you get to level 2, I think you get to like level 6 power level or something like that, and it'll say a plus and then a number, and that number after the plus is whatever power level is for. So right now, white items with your power level are pretty much, it gives me an 100% weapon rating because they're like even with my level. This can go above 100%. If I like blue weapons for power level 1, then it'd be like at 140 or something. And it goes white, green, blue, purple, and then legendary, which is like a yellowy orange font on the words. So here's the city. Right now the cities are kind of, in my opinion at least, like bland. Like there's a couple shops and stuff, but like there's the item shop, a couple inns, what's that called? Armor shop, item shop again, weapon shop. That's the identifier for when we get leftovers, but I'll talk about that when we find one. That's the lumber mill, and I think we saw blacksmith. All the other things will be around here, because the lumber mill's over here, so they're all kind of centralized around this. But, like, I wish you, like, when you talk to people, like, this one's kind of helpful if you're really new to the game. This guy says, yeah, there's kind of pointless things, and they also kind of crowd around you, make you feel very welcome. So I just wish, like, there were people who, like, there's the occasional one, you'll see a little, like, chat bubble over their head, and they'll show you, they'll, like, reveal something on your map. Like, they'll say, have you explored so-and-so lake? Oh, like this guy. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, well, I was mistaken. They can also give you facts, I guess. I don't even know what a midges is, but apparently they like to eat ice cream, you said, I think? Melon ice creams. I don't know what animals those are. Yeah, you can tame pets in this game with certain pet foods. I've never seen one that tells me a fact like that, but usually they'll just tell you about, like, a dungeon or a boss that's nearby and killing everybody. And then you can go and kill that boss if you're high enough level. I thought I could climb that. There's also climbing with control. I'm gonna go in the weapon shop. Actually, I'm not gonna, because there's not gonna be anything better. But I can't sell anything yet, I don't think, yet, because I have no money. And I could sell these two things, but they only sell for like 2 copper a piece, and I can't sell anything else. So I think that, oh, actually, they did a bad chat bubble, but now this is revealed to me. I guess that person did that, but the chat sync was just messed up. This game is in alpha, so it's pretty buggy, and that's to be expected. So the swords are spread out. There's 4 right now, and this one, these 2 are pretty close, and this one's already explored. Its name is blue, so that means it's doable for me. The names are similar to the weapons, except it only is white, blue, or red. And if it's red, you should pretty much avoid it. If it's white, you can handle it. If it's blue, you can probably handle it too. So I think I'll head to that. That's the west of here. There's a little compass up here. There's also, if you look in the top right, right by the compass, there's a time, temperature, and humidity never change. There's no weather system or anything like that, and there's no temperature changes. And even if there were, I don't think it'd be a drastic change unless they did weather sequences like snow. There are also biomes. This whole area that I'm in, it's all foresty and occasional hills or mountains and rivers and lakes all around. There's also ocean biomes where it's really a giant ocean with a couple islands and stuff. There's desert biomes, snow biomes. I think there's some more, but I'm forgetting them. But yeah, it's a pretty diverse game and fun, I think. I haven't played too much, like a couple hours at least. I'd say probably like 10 minimum into this game. I've played a little bit with Rogue, not very much. This is my first warrior pretty much. I played like for 10 minutes on another warrior. I have a level before, well, I have a new computer, so it's a new hard drive and stuff, and that got finished like a couple weeks ago. So I had on my old computer's hard drive, I had like a level 20 something, 30 mage, and that was just because there used to be a glitch where if you went on a server, and as long as you were on the server and they killed a boss, everyone in the server would get XP for it. So I went AFK by accident because I had to go do something, and I left Cube World open unknowingly, and when I came back I was like level 30. And at that point it's kind of not as fun because you're not over leveled, because the game like kind of what's the word I'm looking for? It like balances itself out as you level up a little bit. But it's annoying because you haven't been doing things to get up to that level, so you're like wearing level 5 gear and you're level 30, so you have to buy it from the gear shop, which isn't very good gear. It's like equal to your power level, which isn't very good unless you're like low levels. So on my new computer I only have a level 7 mage, which I use for multiplayer with my friend. His name is Tupac, not my friend, but the mage. It'd be awesome if I had a friend named Tupac. I'd probably drop some dope rhymes with him and smoke some dank ass weed. That 420 Kush. And these are wolves, their names are red, and their bars are red, so I'm not gonna get too close or attack them. But yeah, it's a really pretty game, I think. Especially since it's just cubes, you know? Oh, gets a lag there. My computer runs, it's really nice. I built it with my brother. It runs like every game I play at 60, but sometimes when recording it seems like I'll get some lag spikes. There's a castle up there. There'll be a boss in that castle, and if the name of it is blue, which I think this is actually the castle that's on our map. No, it's a different one. It's that one. Once we get closer we'll be able to see the name, and if it's blue then we'll do it, or white even. But I don't think it can be white if you're level 1. But yeah, I can play PlanetSide 2, ultra settings, 60 frames, but when recording, it appears to drop down slightly at certain points. So I guess my RAM isn't that great, I only have 8 gigs, but as soon as I get more money, because I pretty much blew it all on the computer, I'm going to upgrade to 16 gigs of RAM, and then do a couple more upgrades, like a larger hard drive, because right now mine's like just a 550, and I want to get like a 1 terabyte hard drive. How long has this been going? I forgot. Oh, fuck, red. And they're +1, so that just makes them even stronger and have more health and stuff. I'm gonna try and avoid these guys, but they'll probably chase for a while. Like, I can try and climb up this, but they'll climb too. Yep. Oh, just got a Skype message. Or, no, Skype, Steam. So, either later today or tomorrow, I'm probably gonna record a League of Legends video and put that up. And I'll explain the game League of Legends. Oh man, I'd like to freaking stop. Actually, I'll just sign off now while this guy's chasing me. Alright, so that's the first episode of Cube World. Thanks so much for watching. If you could like or comment or anything, if you have any suggestions or questions, thumbs up would be very much appreciated. And you know, it's the first video, so just cut me some slack if this is pretty bad, which it very well might be. Alright, see you.